Here I'll be demonstrating the picnic table fitness system. I made a couple other videos before, but I didn't really show off some of the features that I've come up with since. So this is interesting. I have a strap on the chair. I didn't have that in my other videos. That's an extra strap. It's not exactly part of the picnic table fitness system, but it's a helpful addition. It's about 16 feet long. I played around with rows on it and stepping up onto that seat, which I'll demonstrate later. I can use it to resist the steps. So you can see I just snapped in that middle strap, and it was really easy. That's about maybe 8 feet in length. I try to make it a little longer because there are wider picnic tables out there, so you can adjust for them. This is a common size that I find, though. Those 3 planks on the table, they're about 6 inches, 8 inches in length. That's a common design for picnic tables that I usually keep the strength, the length adjusted at for my strap. I take a lot of time here just to stretch out the legs. It's kind of a yoga type of position, and as you see, I hang over to stretch out my back before I even begin to exercise the lower back. I have to use cushions for my waist, not extremely soft cushions. It's not that necessary. I'm only putting my upper torso over. But you'll need something a little on your own if you could get your own cushions. These that I use, I made, and I use them for other things like the hanging abs of suspension. So it's a multi-use type of cushion for me. So as you can see, I almost tipped over the picnic table. That's something to be aware of. You can prop another picnic table on the end of it to prevent any kind of movement whatsoever. Also, let me mention that I have a magnet waistband, and I have to pull that out. It kind of grinds into my hips. But I use magnets to keep myself calm. But yeah, I stretch a little bit and then just start in on exercising. And my hand grips, there are a long piece of strap this time, which is different. It feels a lot better to have that kind of variety. And that's a 10-foot long, sewed at the ends. So you're looking at 5 feet, the way I have it set up there. And I can wrap them around my hands to reduce the length. I prefer that variety. The shorter strap I was using just got boring quick. I look forward to having more variety in an exercise, and to be able to adjust with straps is one of the best ways. I haven't found a need for any kind of hand protection. As long as you have 2 inch in width, 2 inch in at least, even for the ankles. 1.5 would begin to cut into your ankles. 1 inch would definitely be uncomfortable and cut into your ankles. And that goes the same for your hands as well. As you can see, when I get a little tired, I'll push up with the arms. That way I can rip out a few extra. Burn out the muscle a little bit more. Always feels good. It's easy to get up in and out of this picnic table system too. It's just the strap that you can hoist yourself up and easily get your feet out. You don't want to have it too tight. You don't need it too tight. It's preferable to keep your knees bent a little bit. That way, in a way, you work the back of your leg, the bicep femoris, a little bit better when you can bend your knees. It's workout that mostly focuses on the lower back, but you will feel it some in the back of your leg too as you're holding yourself. And that's a good advantage. It's not easy to target those two muscles, those types of muscles. Using this picnic table anywhere you want really allows you to get some blood flow to those muscles so you don't have such a limited range with movement. Here I'm just demonstrating the sit-ups. I need that strap over my feet. As you can see, I would flip off without that strap. And then I have that other strap that I was holding with my hands on my legs, not really needing it for those first few reps. Still got some strength, but soon enough I'll be tired and I'll find a use for it. Yeah, you're able to work both your back and front quite evenly. I tend to prefer to use the picnic table for working the lower back, but when I get a little tired of it, it's easy to switch up for the front. As you can see, I'm cheating now. It allows me to pull myself up a little bit. I'll mention that some people may be a little sensitive in the rear. You may want a cushion when you do sit-ups. That's something to consider. I'm kind of borderline. I have kind of a big butt. So you can really tire your both front and back out with that picnic table with the straps on there. I think a lot of arguments against picnic table fitness might be, and I'm making these up, but like if somebody left ketchup on the picnic table or something, I'm thinking you could put a mat on there and still protect yourself well enough to perform exercises. These are outdoor units for convenience. Anybody can use them. And I eat off the same picnic table I work out on. I mean, just a matter of making sure it's clean, wiping it off good. You can't expect perfection. When I eat off the picnic table, I fight birds and squirrels. So we're looking at all kinds of things that land on it. As you can see here, I do some step-ups with the picnic table, and more than the body weight, I can also resist against it with my arms and tire out my biceps pretty good with this. It's a nice little change up. You get that different feel that you normally can't with just regular body weights. So that's a bit of a demonstration there. It's a nice long nylon strap that's a softer type compared to the polypropylene. At least nylon tends to be softer. It loses a slight strength upgrade, but I mean at 2 inches in width, and then this is the heavy duty version. It can hold a couple thousand pounds. They're designed to be strong unless you cut into them a little too much, and I haven't come across any situations where I've really severely cut the straps, but there is potential. Some nuts are jagged, so you want to watch where the straps rub to make sure you don't damage them too much. Inspect them frequently so it's safe. So yep, I'm doing some more step-ups, and I can adjust the level, the height on the straps, where I position my hands. That variety is always nice. So I turn it into a shoulder exercise or bicep. It's not high enough for triceps to really raise my hands. I could probably switch to one hand and raise my hand up pretty high, but that's another option, to hold it with one hand. Hold it with both hands, hold it high, hold it low. It's about having that variety. So you're looking at a pretty good variety. You're working the legs a little bit. I mean, it's not great, but you'll warm up and wake up with this type of exercise. You let your legs know you mean business. Yeah, I tried to pick up the picnic table a little bit with that. You can get just a little strength exercise there, um, to challenge your muscles. Anything to get the muscles going is always good. So I just rep them out one at a time, switching one leg for the other, like I'm marching onto the table, marching onto the seat. One leg each time there. You could do plyometrics and jump on. That'd definitely be dangerous if you did it holding on to the straps and trying to resist against that. Yeah, you couldn't do it. This is a slower pace. Somebody who's a beginner would definitely get a lot out of this. Get to the advanced, yes, there are plyometric exercises for you where you can jump up and down onto the chair part, and I have done plyometrics jumping up onto the table. My shoes aren't in the best of condition. My jumping may be a bit of a challenge as well, but I have in the past jumped onto the table for exercise several times per set and got completely winded. Great stuff, plyometrics. Here I'm just resisting against my feet and doing some pulls, doing some rows. You can feel it a little bit in your upper back, biceps, back of the shoulder. It's pretty nice. If you have absolutely nowhere else to go, this 16-foot strap sewn together at the ends can really loop around quite a few things, give you some variety. I'd think about something for protecting the hands, though, because I've found that it curls the hands a little bit with its lack of structure. There may be a kind of handle you could wrap around it in some way. That way you could add more, you could pull harder and not be concerned too much for your hands, your fingers getting gnarled, and the shape of the strap as it's curved on you. When you do this type of exercise, worrying about the protection of your hands isn't as important because it doesn't require a lot of strength. Your shoulders are naturally weak generally, so this type of exercise will tire out the shoulders faster than doing the rows. But yeah, I appreciate this variety. But yeah, you may want a cushion for the butt again. And you may, this is on your preference too, on how dirty the ground could be for you to perform ground exercises. It's not too bad where I'm at. There can be some nasty ones, especially after a rain. You won't even consider sitting on that ground. Thereby you pretty much limit to the types of exercises you perform, and do solely the ones where you lay on the table only or step up onto the chair. Yeah, I think I just kind of play around with the different ways to strap it around the picnic table. It's been a learning process. Yeah, I like where I'm at with this. Yeah, one-armed curls, you can feel it. It's there. It's not professional grade. It's beginner, intermediate, I would say, enthusiast level. Definitely appreciative to have that force when you're having a difficult time trying to find places to lift things, to have resistance available to you in the form of a picnic table using these types of mobile straps. I put everything together myself with a bag. Bag's pretty important because when you have more than one piece, you have two pieces, you want to start considering keeping them together when they go together. And I made a bag for them. That's longer strap at 16 feet may not be as important to keep with the picnic table system, but it's nice to have every so often. So yeah, just kind of doing a light workout. It's more of a demonstration workout. Sorry, the angle's not great. Didn't really plan this ahead too far in advance. It's just been a learning process. This is YouTube anyway, so what are the standards of quality there? On the expectations of just getting videos put out is pretty much the level of quality. You make a video, you put it out, little editing, and that's what this is about to me. It's just showing the transitions, how easy the transitions are without doing any editing. It's just a simple straight through video. You just run through the processes, run through the routines a person could do, just to show how easy it is. It's such a basic, easy type of thing that you could do. It's something that you may think, wow, I'm surprised I didn't think of it on my own. And I'm surprised I didn't think of it on my own either. It kind of makes me mad. I mean, there have been many times where I've had back injuries from a lot of bicycling and too many sit-ups, and just wondered, what could I do? If I'm not near a gym, especially, what could I do? And then I eventually got to the point where it's like, alright, I really need to think about this. It can't be that hard. I'm very familiar with how the back extension works at the gym. There has to be something very similar to that. And these picnic tables are just it. They are an outdoor thing, though. It's not something you could bring indoors when the winter hits. That's a bit of a challenge. You could have a strong, sturdy table indoors, which would be perfect. A lot of people don't. And not many people want to have picnic tables indoors. Maybe a garage. Something to think about. But yeah, picnic tables are more about food generally. I'm here to change that thought process. Let you know that they aren't just there to sit on. They are a good fitness device. They are strong and sturdy. As you can see, look at the strength of the boards. These aren't thin boards. And the length of the seat. The seat can hold 3-4 people on both sides at the same time. The metal structure is designed to handle a lot of load. It's not just 1 or 2 people sitting for a small meal. This is some sturdy stuff. The designers expected people to walk on them and jump up and down on them and play on them and treat them like heavy-duty toys. So for me, it's a natural progression to just turn it into my own fitness device. So anyway, let's make sure that the angle's good. And it's worked out so far pretty good. My back has been in great shape. It's felt great. Never better. More consistently, because with even my gym membership, I was off and on working my lower back. A lot of times that little silly back machine was always taken up by somebody. It was frustrating. And here, if somebody has a picnic table for themselves, I'll move on to the next. As you can see in a distance there, that red one is not taken. Somebody took this one, I'll take the one next to them. As they're eating, I'll work my back. It doesn't matter. When you have confidence that you know what you're doing with exercising like this, you can do it anywhere. And a strong back is a real important function of fitness to always for you to always work on. It's very important. It's up there. If you have a weak back, any little twist out of proportion will send you into weeks of pain if you're not careful. You want to keep that blood flowing. You want to keep it nice and stretched and strong and fit. It's very important. It's something that needs to be done consistently too. So if you couldn't make the gym, if the back machine was taken up, you could take your fitness elsewhere and still take care of those muscles on your own and within your own time or whatever. So yeah, as you can see, I resist with my hands. I curl against my back. I have it looped around underneath there, and that gives the workout a little more of a challenge, both for my arms and my lower back, which is nice. You don't need a weight with you. You don't need that 10 pound, 25 pound weight. You can resist against your own force. It's like a fight. You'd think, take the approach that you're trying to lift the bottom of the picnic table up or something. You're trying to dig up the ground or something. So weights are nice. They're a change up. But if you did bring a weight and tried to do this, you'd have to worry about the end of the picnic table flipping over. That's always a threat, so consider that. Consider the strength of your picnic table. Make sure that you inspect it, because there are some that are shoddily made. This is the pick of the litter, so that red one isn't in great shape. As you can see, the bottom's kind of bent off on that right side. Not my first choice. And there's non-wooden ones. There's all those metal ones. I've seen some that you could do the exercises still. It's just a different kind. This style seems to be one of the more popular ones, this design. So you'll find many parks that you'll be able to use this picnic table fitness system at. Getting towards the end of the video, I'll just say thank you for watching and listening. If you have any questions, please ask. This should do it.